Hello and welcome to Learn English with Maria, your daily English podcast where we practice real English, slow listening, and speaking together. I'm your host, Maria, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. This podcast is specially made for English learners like you who want to think in English, speak fluently, and build confidence, step by step, every single day. So if you're someone who understands English but struggles to speak, if you find yourself translating words in your mind and feel stuck when it's time to talk, don't worry. You're not alone, and you're in the right place. Today's episode is all about training your brain to think in English using slow, natural sentences you can listen to and speak along with. You don't need any notebook. You don't need to memorize anything. Just relax, listen, and repeat what you hear. Your brain will slowly start to get used to English, and you'll notice the change. So, are you ready? Let's begin this journey together. Let's think in English slowly, clearly, and confidently. Here we go. I wake up at 7 a.m. I wake up at 7 a.m. I stretch and take a deep breath. I stretch and take a deep breath. I smile and say, "It's a brand new day." I smile and say, "It's a brand new day." I walk to the bathroom. I walk to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water. I wash my face with cold water. I brush my teeth slowly. I brush my teeth slowly. I look in the mirror and feel fresh. I look in the mirror and feel fresh. I take a short shower. I take a short shower. I dry my hair with a towel. I dry my hair with a towel. I go to the kitchen to make tea. I go to the kitchen to make tea. I boil water in a small kettle. I boil water in a small kettle. I add tea leaves and wait a few minutes. I add tea leaves and wait a few minutes. I pour the tea into my favorite cup. I pour the tea into my favorite cup. I sit near the window and enjoy the quiet morning. I sit near the window and enjoy the quiet morning. I look outside and see the sun rising. I look outside and see the sun rising. I take a sip and feel calm. I take a sip and feel calm. Now imagine this is your morning. You're not thinking in your native language. You're just living your day in English. And that's how we start thinking in English, by listening, by speaking along, by making English part of your life. Great! Let's continue with your daily routine through this slow listening and speaking practice. Remember, listen carefully, try to repeat out loud, and don't worry about being perfect. Just enjoy the process and speak with me. I finish my tea and clean the cup. I finish my tea and clean the cup. I go back to my room to get dressed. I go back to my room to get dressed. I choose something simple and comfortable. I choose something simple and comfortable. I check the weather outside. I check the weather outside. If it's cold, I take a jacket. If it's sunny, I wear sunglasses. I check my bag to make sure I have everything. I check my bag to make sure I have everything. I take my phone, wallet, and keys. I take my phone, wallet, and keys. I put on my shoes and leave the house. I put on my shoes and leave the house. I walk down the street slowly. I walk down the street slowly. I see people walking, jogging, and riding bikes. I see people walking, jogging, and riding bikes. I pass a small bakery and smell fresh bread. I pass a small bakery and smell fresh bread. I stop at the corner to cross the road. I stop at the corner to cross the road. I look both ways before crossing. I look both ways before crossing. The traffic light turns green. The traffic light turns green. I cross the street safely. I cross the street safely. I keep walking until I reach the bus stop. I keep walking until I reach the bus stop. I see a few people waiting. I see a few people waiting. Some are looking at their phones. Some are looking at their phones. Others are just standing quietly. The bus arrives on time. The bus arrives on time. I get on and find a seat near the window. I get on and find a seat near the window. I sit down and relax. I sit down and relax. I look outside and see trees, cars, and buildings. I look outside and see trees, cars, and buildings. I hear soft music playing inside the bus. I hear soft music playing inside the bus. I take a deep breath and feel peaceful. I take a deep breath and feel peaceful. I reach my stop after 15 minutes. I reach my stop after 15 minutes. I get off the bus and thank the driver. I get off the bus and thank the driver. I walk to my office building slowly. I walk to my office building slowly. I enter the building and greet the security guard. I enter the building and greet the security guard. He says, "Good morning." He says, "Good morning." I smile and say, "Good morning," back. I take the elevator to the 3rd floor. I take the elevator to the 3rd floor. The doors open with a soft sound. The doors open with a soft sound. I walk into the office and say hello to my coworkers. I walk into the office and say hello to my coworkers. They smile and say hello too. I sit down at my desk and turn on my computer. I sit down at my desk and turn on my computer. I check my emails and make a to-do list.
I check my emails and make a to-do list. I sip water and take a deep breath before starting work. I sip water and take a deep breath before starting work. We'll continue this slow, helpful English practice through more parts of your day soon. Remember, every time you listen and speak along with me, your brain is learning to think in English, naturally and easily.
Perfect. Let's keep going with the next part of your day. Now you've been working for a few hours and it's time for a little break. Maybe lunch or just a walk outside. Keep listening and speaking with me, slowly and naturally. It's almost noon and I feel a little hungry. It's almost noon and I feel a little hungry. I look at the clock and decide to take a break. I look at the clock and decide to take a break. I stand up from my chair and stretch. I stand up from my chair and stretch. I walk to the kitchen or break room. I walk to the kitchen or break room. I see some of my coworkers there. I see some of my coworkers there. They are making tea and chatting softly. They are making tea and chatting softly. I smile and say, "How's your day going?" I smile and say, "How's your day going?" One person says, "It's going well, just a bit busy." Another person says, "I can't wait for lunch." We all laugh a little. I take my lunchbox from the fridge. I take my lunchbox from the fridge. I heat it in the microwave for a minute or two. It smells delicious. It smells delicious. I sit at the table and start eating slowly. I sit at the table and start eating slowly. I enjoy every bite. I enjoy every bite. I feel relaxed and happy. I feel relaxed and happy. After eating, I drink a glass of water. After eating, I drink a glass of water. I throw away any trash and wipe the table. I throw away any trash and wipe the table. I say, "See you later" to my coworkers. I say, "See you later" to my coworkers. They wave and smile. They wave and smile. I walk back to my desk. I walk back to my desk. I feel fresh and ready to continue work. I feel fresh and ready to continue work. I check my tasks again and start working. I check my tasks again and start working. I answer emails and write some notes. I answer emails and write some notes. I attend a short meeting with my team. I attend a short meeting with my team. We talk about the project we are working on. We talk about the project we are working on. Everyone shares their ideas. Everyone shares their ideas. I listen carefully and give my opinion. I listen carefully and give my opinion. The meeting ends after 20 minutes. The meeting ends after 20 minutes. I return to my desk and continue my work. I return to my desk and continue my work. Sometimes I feel tired in the afternoon, so I stand up and stretch again. So I stand up and stretch again. I drink another glass of water. I drink another glass of water. It helps me feel more awake. It helps me feel more awake. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and practicing English together. I hope this helped you feel more confident, relaxed, and ready to think in English naturally. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to listen again and speak along as many times as you like. The more you repeat, the stronger your fluency becomes, step by step. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with Maria, and if you found this helpful, please share it with a friend who's also learning English. Let's grow together. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me which part of the day you like the most, or what situation you'd like us to practice next. Until next time, stay confident, stay kind to yourself, and keep speaking English every day. Take care and talk to you again soon.